Good afternoon, everyone. It's 5:20 on a wonderful sunny day here in West London. I suppose that'll be about now 22 minutes past 12 in New York City. Well, the S&P opened up 60 ticks and has given that all back. We're now down 20. The trends on VectorVest on both sides of the Atlantic are from short-term to long-term down. And VectorVest does not advocate buying stocks on both sides of the pond. The buy-sell ratio in the US in a mega oversold territory, and the MTI in the US right down at that 0.38 level. Now, I want to have a look. As you can see, the little pointer couldn't be further into the red. I want to have a look at the VectorVest Composite. And this is the VectorVest Composite of the US market over the last year. Those are whipsaw, typical as a market struggles to get up. And then we had that great confirmed down signal. When was that? That was way back in last November. So what I've done, folks, is I've drawn this equidistant channel, which is pointing to a support level pretty much where we are at the moment. Now, if you're careful and you look at the S&P 500, you can in fact draw a very similar channel at about 3950. So that is a potent level of support that I'm hoping will hold the market. Nevertheless, market is moving down towards that level. As I've told you 1,000 times before, folks, that there's one hell of a lot of fresh air until the next level here. So if that level goes, we would be in trouble, especially in the SPX. An interesting level of support, very close. I think 3940 on the S&P is the number that I've got. The S&P, as you know, last Friday it closed above the yearly high, the yearly low, should I say. The Nasdaq didn't, and we've broken down quite strongly today. Trend strongly down. If you take some minutes and draw an equidistant channel on the daily chart, you'll see that we've got a similar level of support. If you draw from there to there, take a parallel line down to there, we get pretty much to what I've just shown you on the VectorVest Composite. There was a pretty easy trade today, and the trading has been very easy short term. I've got the 24-hour market open, and that's my trade today. It's a simple Wyckoff Upthrust. This is a 30-minute chart. This was yesterday morning, and this occurred in London. This is a 24-hour market, and it came down, went up, kissed, and then went up and ran the stops, and then fell 40 or 50 points. Every run-up has been sold into. It went then up, and there's the American Open, and went right up here to where that support became resistance. No spring. That's what Mr. Wyckoff would have called a sweet spot. And then it fell again, did the same thing again, did the same thing again. But today, yesterday I didn't get this because it happened at 7:30 on a Monday morning, and yours truly was still not fully focused. We've got market fell support there, goes back, kisses it again, very important level, then it falls out of bed into the close last night, as we all know, rallies this morning, and then goes up and takes out that level and then reverses again, and that's what Mr. Wyckoff called an upthrust. A very important pattern in the Wyckoff arsenal, and certainly something that I've lived off for a very long time. As you will probably know, that uptick, that top tick, was 78% of this. Very important Fibonacci level. Not a particularly good Gartley pattern, because this leg and that leg weren't the same, but nevertheless an outstanding example of an upthrust. That's 2 of them in a row. And you don't need that many of those in a month. Now, I shorted the thing just as it came through the old, back through the old high. I was missing out's a terrible problem. I should have shorted it under that low, under the low of that doji bar, but I didn't. I got in at 37, and we're now down at 75. That's 25 and 37, whatever that is. You don't need many of those a month to make yourself good money. But the most important thing, folks, is that the risk on this is vastly smaller, got that the wrong way around, than the reward. Where's it going to go to? Well, I am going to bank half of it soon. I should have banked half of it already, but I haven't. It was moving down with such gusto, and I'm going to bank half of it, and I'm going to get my stop up, I think, probably maybe to 3998 of that order, and then I'll be looking for this target on the next one, which would be that Fibonacci level. And I think with this can actually get down, it can break this level, folks, and get down maybe to 3905. And then we're going to be sitting on that equidistant channel that I spoke about in the S&P. But if we go back now to the VectorVest Composite, I think this is an incredibly important level at a mega oversold situation on the VectorVest metrics. It's going to take an awful lot of work for the longer term signals to in fact give us buy signals again. But for those of you that are bottom fishing, I know we're all still waiting on the big up day to confirm our entry points, but I think you should actually be getting ready for some bottom fishing opportunities. When the rally comes here, folks, it's going to be vigorous, as all the shorts, and there's a hell of a lot of people short at the moment. Anybody that got shorted it here, they're going to have to cover very quickly indeed. They've sold something they haven't got. So bear market rallies, and it will be a bear market rally, folks, until it proves to the contrary that it's not. So where could we actually get to here? Well, we could certainly get to this level on the composite, and we could get there relatively quickly. Remember that lovely little move here? So that's my crystal ball, but as I say, I'm currently short of the market. I don't recommend anybody go short of the market right down on these lows, unless it's a trade off a 30-minute chart or one of the shorter time frames that you're only going to be in for an hour or two. I think that once we do find a bottom, there's going to be a great trade for short-term players over a couple of weeks on the long side. Those of you that know me tend to will know that I tend to be too positive at times, and I'll be let this just fight down here. But it's a great business to be in. All you need is one or two good setups and the patience of what my mother used to call the patience of Job. He was a prophet in the Old Testament, I believe, to sit and wait on them. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, folks. I've made a very good living just using Wyckoff springs and upthrusts over the years. I know I'm a bit of a one setup wonder, but it works and it's quite profitable. Let's see if we can break down through here now. We're just going down through yesterday's low, and I think that we're going to have an awful lot of longs who went long today throw in the towel very soon. We're not far off a bottom here, folks. Don't get upset. Just let's sit and wait for the damn thing to turn. I hope you find this useful. Take care now. Bye-bye.